want it. I want the Ayer cut.
I want the Ayer cut more than the Snyder cut.
I want the Ayer cut. Give me the Ayer cut. I'm being serious. Give me the Ayer cut. God damn it.
Do you see what you're doing to him, Hollywood?
It's going to happen. It's going to happen, all right? So there's this Twitter account that I follow called Release the Ayer Cut. Recently, Release the Ayer Cut tweeted, "We were the largest trend of Twitter for the entire day of July 20th, 2020. And David Ayer did his no words, peace, hands signed, that the emoji I can never find when I'm trying to do it in text message. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to react to this leaked page from the original Suicide Squad script. And this is confirmed. David Ayer, so recently there was a Twitter user named Anirudh
Chakravarti.
I'm racist. Fine, whatever. I'm American. I don't know how to say that. All right.
It's okay.
He said, "Did you shoot all of this?" And David Ayer did respond, "Yes, I did. Shot and edited. Of course, you were not permitted to see it, my friend." Well,
how did this guy get to see the script page?
I don't know. But what's funny is from doing research leading into this, because I didn't want to read the page just yet because I want to do it on camera. I found this post that he put out all the way back in March of 2018. And I think it might be linked to what's going to be here on the page. It says, "After Joker dropped Harley Quinn from the Help and crashed, Enchantress made a deal with him. He was going to take Harley home and be king of Gotham. Harley stood up to him and refused to betray her new friends. The squad turned on him and he escaped." So let's just see what this script is all about. Let's breeze the names here.
Alrighty.
Okay, Boomerang, Joker, Harley, Flag, Deadshot, Enchantress. All right, I'll be Joker, Harley. I'm trying to be like, how do we dialogue this? And you could be.
I'll be the white guys. I'll be Boomer. I'll be
and Deadshot.
I'll be Boomer and Rick Flag, and then I'll be Deadshot just to make it problematic. You get to be Harley. I'll be Enchantress.
Page 118. Enchantress squares off against the 7 ragged and exhausted interlopers. They approach her high noon style. Boomer reacts, turns white with horror.
Bloody hell! I found Waller.
Now they all see her. Waller is levitating upside down behind the Enchantress, unconscious and oddly glowing. Her head is wired up with black inky tendrils from the Enchantress aura. Okay, so Waller's... so she has Waller kidnapped, right?
Yeah,
then
Waller's all sci-fi right now.
Got it. That stops the squad dead in their tracks. Then the arming lights on their necks begin to flash red. What the hell? Joker steps out, holding Waller's detonator in his hand. "One more step, you die, because snitches get stitches. Switching sides with the law? It's supposed to be us versus them, not us versus us."
Harley beams with joy.
Puddin'! These are the best impressions ever done.
He's not real.
I'm John Wayne.
I am the best I can remember of Joel Kinnaman's performance, even though I liked him in that movie.
"I'm the worst real thing here. I'm the walking, talking truth. Or maybe I'm not. And if I'm not, then this won't blow his head off."
Joker's thumb hovers
I got
over...
so caught up in trying to get the voice down, I don't even know what the dialogue was.
we never cast the narrators, so it's just as needed. Joker's thumb hovers over Deadshot's face on the screen. He's real. Dude's real, okay? Joker, you know I have had no beef with you. Bring me the sword. I want the sword.
"Harley, dear, please give the woman the sword."
Harley looks at her new friends and shrugs.
The end.
The end.
That's how the original ending of Suicide Squad was.
And then they play the "That's All Folks" from the old Looney Tunes, and that's it.
What a weird page to just come out. All right, let's break this down a little bit. Now, it's been a couple years since I've seen Suicide Squad. I'm not sure. Is the sword referring to Katana? All right, that's not the biggest takeaway from this. All right,
which sword? It's an Easter egg, the Snyder cut.
They find Waller. She's been kidnapped by Enchantress. And then this showdown. And what's really interesting here is, A, Joker's here. He's teamed up with Enchantress. And B, this creates an actual conflict where Harley really has to choose between helping out the Suicide Squad, her new friends, like helping save the world too.
Yeah.
Or going to Puddin', going to her Joker. I think that would have created an actual nice conflict. I still wonder how this would have played out in front of a camera and edited. It still seems pretty goofy. It's just one page. There's so much missing context of flow leading into this and all that.
Yeah, I mean,
this seems more interesting than the ending that we actually got, or the finale showdown.
I like what it's suggesting because, I mean, off the bat, you've got the idea that Amanda Waller puts this team together, and obviously in the theatrical cut, we get that whole concern about, like, can you really trust or control the Enchantress? And this directly puts her in the consequences of that, which is cool. And then also going down, I mean, I don't know how they would have stylistically approached this, but it looks like they have something going where the Joker is in some sort of hallucinatory fashion where maybe at least briefly we could wonder, is this a real threat, a hallucination, magical threat from Enchantress or something like that? It just seems like it brings it back to the core elements.
I mean, it's bringing it to that, but based off of David Ayer's tweet from 2018, he said Enchantress made a deal with him, and he was going to take Harley home and be king of Gotham. From the way how he's talking about it here, it sounds like Joker was physically present.
Yeah.
That it wasn't some hallucination. It was the sentient Joker.
Oh, no, totally. And I mean, I believe Deadshot when he says that the dude's real, but even so, just the hints at what that could mean for the tone of what the Ayer cut could be like, you know, just gleaning it from what the script says.
And I think this creates a better core conflict for all players involved. Beyond, like, yes, Joker, Harley, but also the debate of, like, we're criminals and we're working for the people who imprisoned us, and Joker wanting to be king of Gotham, the clown prince of crime. I could see how this is an upsetting turn for him based, like, the fact that these villains who he's probably worked with in the past, they even hint at a history here with him and Deadshot of, like, I've never had beef with you, but they at least know of one another. They could have laid into a little bit more of an actual debate with the characters and the choices that they're making, because David Ayer said many times that what he was pitching was a soulful drama. That what I imagine is that what he was pitching was what the first trailer was. Yeah. You know? Because he had
not the soulful drama we got in theaters.
And it would have made the inclusion of Joker make
sense.
So much more sense.
Instead of just feel like a perfunctory, like, oh, we just got to put him in because it's, you know, it's the
Joker.
Batman villains. It's Joker, you know.
This makes it feel like an essential part for Harley's journey in this movie, as opposed to plot device, or not even really plot device. It didn't do much in the cut that came out. The other thing he put out just a couple months ago, because he's been answering a lot of people on Twitter. He doesn't answer my tweet. What the hell? I asked him about the tax collector. He just wants to talk about Suicide Squad.
Where you at, Ayer?
Someone asked him, just out of curiosity, was he really still alive in your script? Diablo, as he does die in the theatrical cut. He says Diablo survived originally. Harley and Deadshot hooked up as a couple. This was changed during reshoots. Damn. Now, funny enough, one of the things, now maybe in the original version, maybe in the original script, that would work with them hooking up. In the film we got, I was actually really happy that didn't happen, that there was a hint of, like, sexual chemistry between them, but they didn't actually become a couple. I preferred that choice in the versions that we saw of the extended cut and theatrical cut. Maybe in David Ayer's original vision, it works. You
never know what scenes or, you know, character beats were removed and stuff like that. And and the outside looking in, I'm sort of like, I don't want that. You know,
it's so fun. It's so funny to see, like, how between Snyder cut and the Ayer cut, how, like, motives were different, conflicts were different, the scenes were just so different. Everything about the story really changed a lot. Like, the conflicts change. Sometimes you see these, like, director's cuts and they're just like 10 to 15 minutes was cut out of the movie. BVS Ultimate Edition cut, while that does put that movie into, like, a good film category for me, elevated above the one that was theatrical. It's weird how there's just, like, a few small things they added that makes the biggest world of difference with the Batman v Superman cut. This is the biggest change. Like, there's just so much on, like, both of these versions are so different.
This is like the whole second half of the movie is probably just a different second half of a different movie.
It's not the case of a few more added scenes would have made this better. It's like, no, we got completely different films. In so many ways. Like, you do get this conflict, but it seems like the character outcomes, I really want to see this. I'm really hoping more people will champion for this one to come out too, and that we hear some word about this. And he's obviously playing into it.
Oh,
like, how the hell did this leak all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And then he goes out and confirms it like right away.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably just from his own
Whoopsie,
anonymous
didn't mean to do
Reddit
that.
account. Yeah. Just found this random script page on a hard drive. Does anybody know what it's from?
Like this is the head. This is with Snyder cut. He kept his lips shut for so long, and then he started eventually coming out and confirming stuff. Now, when people just ask or whatever, he's like, "Yep, that's what it was. Yep, yeah, yep, mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's the benefit for David Ayer is, because we have the Snyder Cut thing where that was very public, and it's like, oh, we have another director coming in, and then you also have just the fact that this dam is broken now, and so this is definitely. I wouldn't be surprised if this happens soon, because it sounds like they shot a ton that just got shot over.
Yeah.
So they could probably you got to have finishing funds, I'm sure, but I bet it might not even cost as much as a BV as a Justice League to revamp.
All right, guys. Well, do you want the Ayer cut? What do you think of this leaked page that David Ayer himself confirmed? Leave your thoughts down below. You can subscribe to The Real Rejects. Please click that notification bell to get notified whenever we've got a new YouTube video up. Hit that like button. Hashtag release the Ayer cut. Last but not least, Katie Ann. Got to shout you out today, my dear, because you have been posting on your blog site through the lookingglass.water.blog about your experience with a lot of movies and such. And by the way, I love her blogs. Anytime she sends me one, I read the whole thing. They're short, yet they're so eloquently put. They make for fascinating reads, like the way she just formulates her vocabulary into such a poetic like language. I'll talk forever and she could say everything I want to say, but brevity is the wit of the serpent.
Brevity is the wit of the serpent is a great quote for you to get tattooed on your body.
I think that's what it is. She's been covering Gotham lately. I'm excited that she's been enjoying the show. Yeah. I know right now you've been really working your ass off with, work, school, trying to get a reading coach license right now. You're doing a whole lot. I'm proud of you for still persisting during this unusual time that we live in, but you're not giving up. You're staying strong. You're staying persistent. I love the hell out of you, so just keep going at it, my dear.
And release the Katie Ann cut of all of your blogs.
Yeah, Katie Ann with the fan band, the Jean-Claude Van Damme, goddamn, with the
Jackie Chan,
the Sandman, with the Little Clan Man
in a Trans Am.